Hi guys, right, Saturday morning, the snow's not going to stop us. We've got set up, it's about 10 AM now unfortunately. Ben got here just after 8, but we had to have changed the design slightly. I was going to do 2-foot centres and now I've decided to do 16-inch centres for the rest of the build. I hope this plywood hasn't suffered too badly with the snow. I did sweep it off, I'll drop a picture in now. This was me, this is after I swept it off yesterday. So we're going to sweep the plywood off now, and we've got some of our timbers there, and now we're going to crack right on with it. So I hope you enjoy what you see. Thanks for all the awesome comments. I'm getting tons of feedback. I really genuinely appreciate it. Loads of love from all over the world, so thank you guys. I'm glad you're enjoying what you've seen so far. I've decided to do every aspect of the work apart from the electrics. I'm going to do the plasterboarding, I'm going to do the plastering, I'm going to do everything just to show. I've done plastering once in my shop. I'll try and drop a little video in maybe later on, but I've done the smallest amount of plastering in my life. But I've decided to do the plastering just to show what you can achieve if you give it your all. So yeah, so I'll keep them coming. Cheers guys. Hey guys, so just to explain what I'm doing here rather than just doing them little written tags. Basically, when you're doing a timber frame building of any sort, you always want your first run to be a double for that extra support, because well, it just makes it a lot more sturdy. So we're doing 16-inch centres. So because I've put this extra one on, when you measure across, you want it on 8 feet, which is there. So that's a 8-foot centre. I haven't actually nailed that one in. I've only put one nail in it, so I need to nail that in again. So then the last one lands on a 16 centre, but we will put a double here as well, just for that extra support. So every tape measure, pretty much, most tape measures at least, have a mark where your 16 centres are. So you know 4 foot's a 16-inch centre. Then you get a red box to mark your next 16, another red box to mark your next 16, and then you know an 8-foot, which has got 96 in that small box. So if you're not good at maths, the tape measure does the hard work for you. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna rattle these off as fast as we can. We're gonna turn this into a big box, and then we're gonna cut the doors and windows in last, because we want to wrap it in OSB board and protect all this plywood. So without further ado, I'm gonna crack on with it. Hey guys, so now we're on to the sidewalls. So if you're planning a project like this, don't start marking 16 16-inch centres, because before you know it, you'll be out. What you've got to do is you've got to measure that's 70 mil. You've got a plus 11 mil if you're using 11 mil OSB like I am. So put your tape measure at 81 millimeters, mark your first 16, and then quick and easy tip. Hammer a nail in, and then you can move forward and mark all your 16-inch centres from that point on. So when your OSB flies over, so we'll have a piece of OSB flush with this edge, we'll have the next piece of OSB slightly going over, so it makes a nice fold, nice corner piece, so it's all protected, and obviously the membrane wrapped around it. And then your first 16 is obviously minus this distance plus your 11 mil, gives you a perfect edge. Cheers! So we've just offered them up, and it's held with no nails. That's how bloody good it is. We haven't put the second pan on the top just because we're gonna do something a little bit different, just to get us that slight fall. So it's looking good. It's looking real good. Right, so on this section we just put a string line, and we made sure that the string was touching every single upright. So we sent it inwards so we could see space. Go on, Ben, you're alright, you can still see it. We sent it inwards so we could see a gap between the uprights and the string, and then Ben slowly tapped it out, and now every single one is touching, so that gives us a nice straight edge. Right guys, so before we start putting the roof on, we've got to make sure it's perfectly level. And you can see it's absolutely spot on. So obviously I'll check each section because there's that section as well. But yeah, it's absolutely perfectly level. So we're just working out if we've got a 3-degree drop, and then we'll be good to go. Right guys, it's getting a little bit hard to film because it's getting dark now. But basically, we've had to put 2 layers of timbers up there just to give us our close to 3-degree drop, because you need about a 3-degree drop. It was just the drop just wasn't big enough, unfortunately. I thought it would be, but it's not. So now the joists sit on top of these, so that gives us our 3-degree drop. So I'll try and do a time lapse, but like I say, it's getting dark now. Yeah, boy. So how about sight light? Yeah, boy. Darkness won't stop us. Yeah, boy. Yeah, so fully boarded out, fully framed out in a day. Really pleased with that. So yeah, I'll keep the videos coming. Cheers. Hey guys, so Sunday morning and we have our frame built. So we worked until it got pretty dark, and then my wife got some fish and chips, so we went in and had them and decided to call it a night because we've got to a stage. I'll just slide through these. we got to a stage where it was kind of time to call it a day. So we've just got to fix this side in. This side's all nailed up and done. Now before, if ever you're building anything like this, before you just go ahead and fix them in, you need to plumb it all up, which means obviously you need to put a level from top to bottom and make sure the plumb pushing these beams back and forward will obviously push the building outwards and push the building inwards. So if you just guess it and go ahead and nail them all in, you're gonna run into difficulty with plumb lines. You know, you push your rack up to the back wall and it's touching at top and not at bottom, or touching at bottom and not on top. So that's providing your racks obviously plumb. So we'll get this all measured up, get this all plumbed up, and then we can go ahead and nail them. So we've still got a bit of snow left. It's looking good. It's surprising just how small it looks on camera. It's a really big room, tons of space, which is fantastic for me. So we can get down back to board it. You can actually see in the centre it's actually curving in and back out again. So obviously we need to plumb that up perfectly, then nail them in. And that gives our fixing, and then it's time to board. So by the end of today, it should look like a really big wooden box. Awesome. Cheers, guys. Hey guys, so I didn't film this bit because it's a bit boring, but basically what we've done is we've spanned a few timbers just to keep the building plumb. So we put level on. I don't know if you can make that out because it's sun. I should have put on upside down. But put your level on and just get it absolutely perfectly plumb. Do every other and make sure it's perfect. So then them timbers will hold it close to in place while we get the sheet material on the outside, and then we'll plumb it again, and we'll just keep plumbing it until the building's complete and it's kind of solid. So that's what we've done so far.